running down the last street as the day creeps. What you doing with nobody at home? Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy in my soul, come on. Give me what you got, oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got, oh, oh, oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care when we're dancing tonight, just as long as you're there in the break of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Raiders going up against the Eagles. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move to sticks.
Well, it certainly appears that they had a pretty good formula how to combat waiting around all day to play a night game. Came right out, smacked them, and gained big yardage because it's tough for a coach. How much time do you spend with a team? How much time do you meet? How often do you actually eat meals? Do you get them out of the hotel? It's a tough, tough task to have them ready to play a night game when they've had to sit around all day and usually watch other people get ready to play as well.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
Now let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
Wentz to throw on second down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They come out here in the eye. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Offensive starters here, Marcel Reese, a force to be reckoned with.
We always talk about giving love to offensive linemen. How about the guys at the positions almost extinct? Fullbacks. Marcel Reese can do it all. Can block, can catch, and then after the catch, he can turn it upfield.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Carr turns, hands to Murray. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The veteran Connor Barwin in on the stop. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Fletcher Cox is a first-round pick who has fulfilled his promise. One of the best defensive linemen in the NFL.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Caught the tight end Walford. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter, but really...
And got his man complete. They get 31 yards that time. And it'll be a Philadelphia first down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. Wentz now to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 2nd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Throwing now is Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Mario Edwards able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on fourth down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hole.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way down. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And it's good to make it 14-0. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Huff to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
All right, here we go.
On second down, here's Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Wentz going to throw. He's going to sling this deep. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Sean Smith. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
For that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
All right, here we go.
Now Carr with a give to Murray. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. In the red zone this time.
We ready? Wide and yay.
A handoff. It's Murray. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
All right, here we go.
Carr going to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. They come out with one back and three tight ends. A run, it's Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And that one was relatively easy to see. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And it is now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one in the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 82 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, try and hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great, you've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
Carr. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Fletcher Cox. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Carr throwing on second down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. And he got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. throw on second down. Brought in by Walford, right side. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. 10-yard penalty there on first down, so now 1st and 20. Shotgun now for Carr. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
So 2nd and 10 here. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side.
Let's go!
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's got time in the pocket. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
On play action, Wentz. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Carr going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Colby Listenby, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Once again here on 2nd and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll give the Raiders a 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
We ready? Ready, 18.
Carr now on 1st down. Can't find anyone open. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Trying to shake off the interception from, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews as the first half is winding down, and the Eagles get a score closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
We ready? Wide and
Now a give. This is Murray. And he's got some space here. That one goes for 24 yards.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They come up in an offset eye. Carr to throw on second down. Find it, and he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Vinny Curry in there to sack him for a loss of 6. One receiver to the left is Cooper. On third and long, it's Carr. Brought in by Walford, right side. And you as a former defender should know that the referees are watching this closely, defensive holding.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys, but in this case, they were strict with the rule.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third and short. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Here's Carr finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. He got 29 yards that time.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
And now a first down following that long gain.
All right, here we go. Alert, alert,
Now Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr taking it in. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it, because nowadays you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
Now a play fake. Wentz escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
As a general rule, when you take a deep shot downfield, it's usually a timing pattern. Quarterback in the pocket and looking to hit his receiver downfield. But when he has to move outside of it, timing often gets thrown off. And on that play, that caused the incompletion.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st down, Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Jeffrey had the franchise tag placed on him in 2016. He's showing why here in this one.
And just think, a number of people thought that he would be a number 2 receiver his entire time in the NFL. That's not even close to true. He's a number 1. You've got to get the ball to him often, as they're doing in this one. And that usually leads to great success, as we're seeing in this game.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Left side, caught by Matthews. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard pass.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They go play action here on first down. Surveying the field. Looking deep downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy.
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 3, second down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Carr to throw on second down. He sets to fire deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. One receiver to the left is Cooper. On third and long, it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A beautiful fake. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles take possession. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Wentz to throw on second down. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to air it out deep for Smith. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a good game. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Second down, 9 yards to go. Murray, the lone setback. He's going to get the football. And he is going to lose yardage here. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Throwing his car on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT. And Matthews makes the ground. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And quickly they get to the line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Wentz. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So just 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Wentz.
That was a nicely run slant route.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dan Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6. 2nd down now after the sack.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On play action, Wentz. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Now let's go. Got 3 down.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Detroit!
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of...
Latavius Murray, the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray, 92 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was,
And the Raiders have got him. They bring him in off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
All right, here we go. Gun! Detroit!
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
it'll be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
We ready?
They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
All right, here we go.
Carr going to throw here. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. Philadelphia getting sent to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Sean Smith. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. One receiver to the left is Cooper. They go back to the air here after the INT on the left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up second down.
All right, here we go.
Now Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They come up in an offset eye. To throw, it's Carr. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
there are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The 20th carry coming up now for Murray. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why their points up.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Philadelphia getting sent to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Carr going to look to throw. And now here is another interception. Through an opening, and there he goes. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw, pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's got time. Going up top. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.